Concentrate on the main race at Kembla Grange. Race 8, New South Wales Windpool on its way to 170. Fraud at 420, Tricove 520, Captain Dash 410, Paper Trails kicking out to be the roughie in the race at $14. AD Win at $2.80 has been the best back runner in the race, and Zest at $12. In fact, RD Win tumbling in all the time now into $2.70 for Bob Thompson. Well, she's never won over 1,200 metres RD Win, but last start was over 1,200 and she only just went down by a nose after having to do a bit of work too. So I guess I think you can dismiss the fact that she won't get the distance. I think she will. RD Win at 270. And then there's really nothing between Fraud, Tricove and Captain Dash on the tote for this one, race 8. Should be a good race. You really can't leave, as I said earlier, any horse out in fields of 6. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. It's a good race coming up soon at Kembla Grange. Now, dividends at Port Lincoln, race 7. Joe, great record on the track, 3 out of 3, 270, 140, and that's 3 wins for Paul Gatt for the day. Feminism, 310, King's Image.
And best back runner, 80 winner for Shane Dye. Good support for number 3, Captain Dash. Jeff Allendorf riding Captain Dash, and Jeff rode the winner of this race back in 1986 when Maya Card saluted her. Brian Guy puts the polish on Fraud. A very impressive winner of the Black Opal. And of course, Brian put the polish on Ravada to win this race back in 95. $70,000 awaiting the winning connections of this race, and the starter lets them go. They're off in the Classic of 97, and 80 Win wide out won the start at 80 Win's trying to cross down and lead. Going fast underneath it is Captain Dash. Settling in a pretty handy third is Fraud, followed by Zest. They've burnt off Tricove for early. Dash and Paper Trail drops back to the tail of the field. Well, Shane Dye speeds 80 Win to the lead and cleared out by 2 lengths on Fraud. Captain Dash the rail. 2 lengths away to Zest. The speed is a cracker down the side. 4 lengths away to Tricove, and Paper Trail is back at the tail of the field. Well, Dye showing daring tactics here on 80 Win, raced out by 2 lengths on Captain Dash. Fraud races a handy third. The back trio are a fair way from them. Zest, Tricove and Paper Trail as they round the corner now, and 80 Win railing brilliantly shows the way from Captain Dash. Fraud's trying to pick them up, and now Tricove's making an impression on them. It's 80 Win in front with 200 metres to run from Captain Dash. Then Tricove. Fraud can't go on. 80 Win in front below the 100 metre mark. Tricove is trying to work into second in front of Captain Dash, but here's a very impressive win for 80 Win coming up. Tricove will run home for a gallon second, but an all-the-way win for 80 Win in the Classic of 97. 80 Win by 2 lengths to Tricove and Captain Dash third. Fraud ran fourth, then Paper Trail, and last to finish was Zest. Shane Dye and 80 Win have taken out the Illawarra Mercury Classic for 1997, leading all of the way. The time is outstanding, 19.47. 19.47, which is 3/10 outside the race record set here last year by Dane Ripper. The pace was very genuine all the way, indicated by the fact that the back markers couldn't keep in touch for the first 600 metres, particularly Tricove, who has done a great job to take so much ground off the winner over the concluding stages, and Captain Dash has run a distant third. Well, Fraud was one of the first horses beaten on the home turn, but 80 Win has scored a brilliant winner. A 2-year-old filly by Snardee at a belated lady is raced by Sonny Yam and A Chung, prepared by Bob Thompson at Randwick, and ridden to victory by Shane Dye. Great performance by 80 Win. Connections net $70,000 in first prize money. Previously in the account 61, so the prize money account now clicks over to $131,000 for this 2-year-old filly, 80 Winner. Tricove is the runner-up, prepared by Bill Mitchell, ridden by Grant Cooksley, a colt by Ravocious out of Tristique, and third in number 3, Captain Dash, trained by Bob Elliott and ridden by Jeff Allendorf. Held the rails all of the way, 80 Winner. It's a very experienced little filly, this one. Very few faults with her. Racing style, 80 Win, stayed to the fence all of the way, showed great acceleration at the start, and there was plenty up the sleeve at where it counted. 19.47, the last 600 metres covered in 34.73. 34.73 the final 600 metres, and just repeating, that time is only 3/10 outside the race record, which was set here last year by the Bart Cummings trained Dane Ripper. Well, here's the winner returning to scale, 80 Win. This filly was foaled in August 94, and she obviously has a fairly bright future lying ahead. And, well, we say it again, another big race victory for Shane Dye. Though I must say it was a rather solemn return to scale, a very solemn return. But it's been a brilliant win by 80 Win. 2 lengths the winning margin, with 2.5 second and third. 2 lengths by 2.5, 19.47 the time recorded. Well, the colours made so famous by Dame Win. There's Bobby Thompson on screen and rider Shane Dye discussing the outstanding performance by this filly. And time will tell what successes lie ahead in the future for this very well-bred filly. Runner-up number 2, Tricove, has run an outstanding race, and third in number 3, Captain Dash. I guess Fraud could only be described as a disappointment in the race after sitting just behind the speed. Simply wasn't up to it after its runaway victory in the Black Opal. Paper Trail was always a back marker, and as was this. But Matt, that's the story on race 8 of the day at Kembla, the Classic. Placings official 5, 2 and 3.
I bet I know what Bob Thompson just said to Shane Dye. Do you think I should pay the $100,000 to go in the slipper or not? Shane probably said, well, it doesn't make any difference to me. I won't be riding it if you do, because he's down to ride the second pick in the Golden Slipper Market Encounter. The 7 race 8 over the 1950 metres, and Sergeant Bilko is the favourite at $3.70. Jet Cutters at $6.50. Prince of Reason at $7.40 for race 8. Only a couple to go in. And the cup field will be ready to run. 9.30 for Round Lake has been kept safe right down the bottom with Simon Price on board. That's for race 8 at Port Lincoln, the Cup. Doomben race 7, Simpo 6.20, warning issued 3.95, Elegant Spy 12, Morden 5.80, 5.60 Almighty Prince, 4.70 Our Civic Hope, Nautical Boy at $8 for race 7 in 5 minutes. Now Al likes Almighty Prince to beat Simpo's and warning issued 6.12. Rod Gallegos' late mail special is for Simpo's. Don't worry about the weight. Brad Stewart, my apprentice rider on top with the claim, it'll bring it in quite well. Race 7, number 1, Simpo.